Hey y'all, it is Sunday evening, about 5:15, and I was going to share my grocery haul with you. I have one from Kroger that I received today, and the other one I got at Sprouts when I was at my mother-in-law's house. And I'll start off with the kimchi. I found two different kinds at Sprouts. I walked in and asked the young fella, he was putting up cottage cheese or something, and I said, "Do y'all sell kimchi?" He said, "Yes, ma'am." He said, "Right there." It was right where I was standing. So I was happy to get these because I've been looking for kimchi, and my Kroger doesn't sell it. So I really need to learn how to make kimchi because these each one of these was about 8.50, but it's not like I'm going to be eating a lot of it at one time, so it should last me a good while. And I'm the only one eating it, so I also got some tempeh. Um, it's 18 grams of protein for a serving, and there's about 2.5 servings in here. So I'll have to figure out how to cook this and what to use it for. Let's see. Oh, and I've been looking for some sourdough bread that was kind of soft. I love crusty bread. I love bread. I love any kind of bread. I've never met bread that I didn't like. But with dentures, if I eat with dentures or if I take my dentures out, I need a softer bread, and a lot of the sourdough you get has a harder crust on it. So this is a multi-grain. It's 7 multi-grain sourdough. I got this at Sprouts, and I bought 3 packages. I have this one that's out, and then the other two are in the refrigerator. That'll last me a good long while. And oh, I also at Sprouts picked up some dates. I love dates, just really love them. And I think, oh, I'm going to make something with those. I really doubt it because I'll probably just eat them up as a snack. One date, you eat that, it makes me feel a little full. And then I got some uh, mission figs. I might use these for, I don't know, I could make some kind of muffin or bread or something. Put those in there. But I love dried fruit. I got some walnuts and pecans, so I could probably make something with the dates and the figs that would be scrumptious. Okay, my haul from Kroger. Uh, I bought a London broil. It was $9.99 a pound, but I saved because I used my Kroger card. So this piece of meat here is about 1.5 pounds. It was $14.79. That's a lot of money. That's expensive, but it really is the only meat I have, and this will last me. I'll probably get 4 or 5 meals out of that because I don't eat a lot of it at one time. Then I got some eggs. I wanted a 60 count. Let me tilt you down. I wanted a 60 count, but they said that they were low or it was out or something. And I put in the little where you can say substitute. I said, I want eggs. Don't care how I get them. I can get a dozen at a time or 2 dozen. I just need eggs. At least, 36 eggs. So I got two 18 count, and each one was $4.79. All right, I got 3 cans of no salt uh, green beans. Those are a great item for me to have because I can cook all these and eat on them for several days. And then I ordered some turnip greens, and I was very pleased with these. There's two bunches in this package, and there's one bunch in this one, and they are very large bunches. I know there have been times when I've bought a bunch, of greens, and it was half this size. And I wanted to get a turnip. I love to have turnip in my turnip greens, but one turnip was going to cost like $3.40. I thought, I don't want to pay that much for a turnip. You know, I thought it was expensive. So I just said, I'm not going to buy it. I'm still stuck. I still have that gardening mindset. You know, I've had a green patch, I've had collard greens, turnip greens, mustard greens, and you just go out there and pick what you want for supper and cook them. So the thought of paying that price for a turnip, I thought, I'm just not going to do it. Uh, then I got my Pepsid, and I still have some in my other container. So I got to where I don't need to use them quite as often, when I eat properly. Then cottage cheese. I had actually ordered a big, one of those big tubs, but they didn't have it, so I ended up with a smaller container. And this is the small curd. My preference is large curd, but I'll take it. And I think my best deal was my coffee. I got the Folgers Black Silk Dark Roast. They were on sale for $8.99. They've gone up to $16.79. And usually when they put something on sale, like the coffee, every time it goes on sale, it goes up by $1. So I suspect the next time I buy it when it's not on sale, it'll be $17.49. I still hadn't reached my limit, whatever that is, that I'm going to say, I'm not paying that. Then I got a 5-pound bag of unbleached all-purpose flour. I got 3 pounds of seedless red grapes. They were $1.99 a pound. These chips. I did not order chips. I don't I don't use my money very rarely to buy chips. These are queso cheese, and they're Ruffles, which are kind of hard for me to eat. And since I didn't get my celery and I didn't get the chicken thighs, uh, I don't know, maybe I don't know why those are in there, but I did not order those. So uh, I think I'll cook these greens up tonight because I don't really have room for them in the refrigerator. And you know, anybody that cooks greens, you know that when I cook these, they'll fit in a little small dish because they'll cook down so much. Uh, and I waited until late in the afternoon to do this video so it wouldn't be so bright in here, although my lights back there are bright. Uh, but I'm having a good Sunday. I've been watching YouTube videos and playing my game. I've done some laundry, and I'm enjoying some flowers that my son and his girlfriend came by yesterday, and she brought me some flowers. The first time I met her, she brought flowers. I said, "Oh, you can bring me flowers anytime." So she brought me some more, which I appreciated. And uh, She also brought me a little sweet treat, some honey buns. Those are my weakness. I've had two today, so I'm gonna resist the temptation to eat any more of them, and I'm gonna see if I can, wait until tomorrow to have another one, and maybe just eat one instead of two or three or whatever, because I love sweets. And recently uh, had roasted some grapes. I did a little video about roasting grapes. I roast them at 400 for about 20 minutes. Put a little olive oil on them and some thyme, and you can serve it with whatever kind of cheese you want. And but I didn't have, all I had was cheddar cheese, and I thought, I don't want cheddar cheese with my grapes. So I had it with some Greek yogurt, and that was really good. Instead of just eating the grapes, I poured off the liquid that had come from the grapes and the olive oil all mixed together like that, and just poured it over the top of the Greek yogurt. It was really good, quite tasty. And um, tomorrow I'll be getting my fiber internet. I'm looking forward to that. I could just not try to upload this video um, this evening. I might save it for tomorrow, because that way I can talk for as long as I want to, and it'll upload pretty quick. So, but thank you for the responses I got for my little what's happening video about the little spot on my head. Uh, I'm not, I always wondered what it would be like to be told you have cancer. But I didn't get any of those kind of feelings. I guess because she used the word possible. And of course, being a dermatologist, she's probably seen these things before, and she probably has a pretty good idea of, what it is. But, you know, there's no need to worry about something that, they haven't said for sure what it is, and just a possibility. And um, having aphantasia, no mind's eye and no internal monologue. I'm not going over it and over it in my head, thinking of scenarios and those kind of things. I haven't been doing that. I've spent most of the day not even thinking about it. But I appreciate the messages that you have left for me. They're very encouraging. And I like the one from Crystal. She said, it may look ugly at first, but she said, in no time it'll go away. You won't even know it's there. I thought, well, that's good, because it's right at the top of my head, and the only people that can really see it are people who are taller than me. Oh, so, but it's a beautiful afternoon. I see the sun shining through the trees, and there's a slight breeze out there. It looks real pretty out there. And I think we're going to be in the 80s next week, and the lows are going to be, I don't know, low to mid 60s, something like that. So it'll be nice weather. I have a window open, and I can hear all the chirping of the birds and anything else that goes on out there. One night last year sometime, I had my bedroom window open, and I heard something, outside my window. I thought, what is that? And I listened for a while. I figured it was probably a raccoon, because it sounded heavier than a cat. So I don't know how you you know those things, but I know it wasn't a cat, you know, because none of my cats go outside. But uh, anyways, so well, uh, that's all I can that's all I can think of right now. So I guess I'll let that be the end of my video, and y'all have a good evening, a good day, a good afternoon, and please remember to be kind to someone. Someone needs your kindness today. Bye.